There's a moment before the hands begin, where the form is already moving. Not outwardly, but inwardly. Today, I'm adding some netting and cementitious clay along the tall side of the sculpture. Not to force a shape, but to listen for one. Have you ever watched a river as it finds its way through a valley? You know something quiet and inevitable. It doesn't move in straight lines. It bends, it yields, it responds. This is the S-curve. Not a design choice, but a memory of how movement works. The S-curve appears everywhere. In the arc of a spine, in the way a vine leans toward light. In galaxies, in shorelines. In the way breath enters and leaves the body. It's nature's way of saying, nothing alive is rigid. When I add this layer, I'm not building volume for its own sake. I'm creating a surface that can hold tension without hardening into uncertainty. That editing gives structure, yes, but also gives permission. Permission for the clay to stretch, to sag, to curve into something that feels unavoidable. Asymmetry is important here. Perfect balance closes a conversation. But imbalance invites the eye to wander. This tall side rises not to dominate but to lean. Like it's listening to something just beyond itself. I think a lot about why curves feel emotional. Why the body recognizes them before the mind does. Maybe it's because curves imply time. A straight line arises immediately. A curve takes a journey. This sculpture doesn't want to declare anything. It wants to whisper. And the S-curve is how it whispers. Cementitious clay has its own temperament. It resists, it cracks, it asks for patience. If you rush it, it reminds you who is in control. So I slow down, I follow the curve instead of correcting it. I don't believe form is something we invent. I think it's something we uncover. The curve was already here. I'm just removing what keeps it from being seen. If you're watching this as a maker, you might notice where your own life resists straightness. Where it loops back, and where it refuses efficiency. That's not failure, that's flow. As this curve rises, it carries weight without appearing heavy. That matters to me. strength doesn't have to announce itself. It can be quiet. It can be curved. In nature, nothing meaningful moves in isolation. Every curve is responding to pressure, to gravity, to time. This sculpture is no different. It's shaped by touch, by hesitation, and by listening. I don't know exactly where this form will settle. But I trust the curve. Because the curve has never been wrong. Thanks for staying with this moment.